people always ask the question, what defines a Māori? And I was told by one of my uncles, it just, whatever is inside you, and if you believe truly that you are a Māori, then that's what makes you a Māori. Tēnā koutou ko tuiringa te rangi a niwaniwa haitana tōku ingoa.
No, it's raining.
Well, honestly, this always happens on the tour.
Always. Every time we're trying to start some deeply emotional conversation, it starts raining.
Yeah, bro. That's the universe, bro.
That's the rule of filmmaking.
That's
filmmaking.
As soon as you need it to be gone, it'll come.
Yeah, it'll come. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
How's the experience shooting on street?
Like,
In the crowd.
in full costume.
Yeah.
It's honestly, bro. We do this quite often. Like me and my family, and also cousins, friends, a lot of people that I used to work with.
Yeah.
We all used to we do a lot of performances for tourists back in Rotorua. So yeah, bro. No, I'm quite used to this, and I actually quite enjoy it.
You've got like tons of greeting from people.
Yeah.
on the street.
After seeing that guy,
Yeah.
the specific guy that was actually singing, he was singing a haka, haka that's world famous. Yeah, bro. That was interesting, bro. Because it's just kind of this thing, bro. Like as soon as a Māori sees another Māori, bro, it's just instantly you feel this instant connection, bro. Like you don't know what it is, and yeah, you're just drawn to the brother, like, or the sister, whoever it is.
Is there a reason that Māori people are connected together?
Okay, that's actually a real personal question. I think there's a lot of reasons why our people will feel connected to each other. I think it's just because everything started moving.
Have you ever felt like that you had enough about dancing? Like maybe even a single moment. Ever?
There are. I think it's the same for everyone. Like there's always comes to it doesn't matter how much you love something. There will always be a point in your life where you just feel like I just don't want to do this anymore, even though how much you love it, honestly. But for me specifically, there's been multiple times where I've just been like, bro, I don't want to dance anymore with this. I only feel like that for maybe 5 minutes. Bro, I want to dance again. So yeah, but yeah, no, bro, it happens all the time.
So you mean it's like a real passion inside of you?
It's like a love and hate relationship between me and dance, bro. It's like, it's like when you have a woman, you're like, yeah, I love you. But sometimes you just frustrate me. I start kapahaka? We all started at a really young age. Like when we were born, we would literally just be brought to all of our trainings and stuff, and that's where they would be doing like all the waiata, all the haka, and literally from when we're born all the way to whatever age we choose to jump out of it or stay in it. So
Do you? What kind of primary school did you go to?
homeschool. I'm homeschooled.
Homeschool.
Yeah, bro.
Seriously, like
Yeah, for my whole life. Yeah,
whole life.
whole life. South Seas was the first actual school that I went to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a family?
Family school. Yeah. Well, we did stay with my uncle and auntie, and they were teaching like around maybe 30 to 40 kids.
30 or 40?
Yeah, and they're all family, so they were all my first cousins, including me and my siblings. So we were there for like maybe 4 years, and then after that my parents were just like, nah, we'll just keep you guys and we'll teach you ourselves. So that's when we actually started the proper homeschool with my mum and dad, and that's why majority of the knowledge that most people will know, like the reading, the writing, just general knowledge, like president this, president that, you know, all that stuff. Generic knowledge I don't have, but when it comes to Māori mātauranga knowledge, that's the actual stuff that I do know. Yeah, so I'm rich in that, but I'm not rich in, I guess what most people would say is generic knowledge.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
General knowledge, yeah. But yeah, bro, so it's actually, but to be honest, bro, my dad was actually a dancer, mainly. He done kapahaka, but his main passion was actually dancing. So at my age, when he was like 16, he was a part of this dance crew, bro, and they were literally just doing like popping, locking, and like breakdancing and stuff. Yeah, bro, and he was a part of those groups when they will go over to other people, other dance crews, bro, and they will battle each other, bro. Literally on the street, bro. It was crack out. Like he was just telling me all of his old school stuff, bro. But he was just like, he was doing popping and stuff, and all of his friends were doing locking. Other friends were doing like breakdancing and stuff, bro. So it was cool, bro. Like, and that's actually what inspired me to start dancing.
So did you learn all the dance from your dad, basically?
Yeah. He was the person that started me. Or most of the knowledge that I have, as obviously I've gotten through my ages of spending dance with this person, but the person that actually started me up on dancing was my father.
So every time when Māori people say that Māori culture is all about connection, obviously connection is a big thing in Māori
Connection
culture,
is a big thing, yes, yeah.
But the way you grow up is kind of disconnected to the country or maybe the main society.
Yeah, I think I understand what you're talking. I'll give a shot in the dark. It kind of does feel like since we have been, I guess, homeschooled, we were literally disconnected from the rest of the world. But nowadays it's harder to learn, I guess, culture. If my parents were to teach me everything that I already that most people will already know, then there will be no room left for my culture to be taught in my later, from I guess 16 onwards to my age now. So what they thought would be a good idea is to seal the deal when it comes to our Māori culture, make sure that we know that back to front, and I guess make that a deep part of our lives before we got chucked into, I guess, this world. Because it's much easier to learn this than to learn your culture, I think. And that's why my parents, I guess, done what they've done. And I'm very grateful for it, to be honest.
So without the normal education, have you ever felt that you disconnected with the society or the...
All the time, bro. All the time. Yeah, it's same with all my siblings as well.
Are you gonna rebuild the connection? Maybe through dance or...
Well, that's another way I've found to connect with people is through dance, through kapahaka, through a lot of, I guess, performing in general has actually led me to connect quite deeply with other people, even from Māori to English to British to even Norwegians, to actually from Norway. We actually end up connecting with some people from over in Norway. yeah, so I think there are other ways that I've connected with people that didn't have to be, I guess, through education and the way that I was brought up. Doesn't matter. You'll make it through no matter what, as long as you're confident. Yeah, well, it's very uncommon, to be honest. But I think it works. I think it works as well, yeah.
I can tell, it works.
Yeah, well, I haven't failed yet, so, well, I've failed a lot, but yeah, not in the main thing, which is life. So yeah, still kicking through. So yeah.
I have some curiosity of Māori culture.
Yep.
The first, can you please tell me how do you define the Māori spirit?
That's a deep question, bro.
Yeah, I want to know what's the deepest meaning of Māori culture.
The deepest meaning of Māori culture.
Yeah. Maybe just use one word or a sentence.
When it comes to Māori culture, honestly, it's too deep to even even think about.
This is
so
too
much,
wide.
There's too wide to broad. There's too much to know about Mātauranga Māori.
Yeah.
Specifically because there's so much different areas which have so much different ways of depicting, I guess, the same, like even the same stories, if you know what I mean. So like there's different ways of using kupu or words. There's different ways. There's different dialects. There's different protocols. Like tikanga Māori, there's different protocols in every single place in New Zealand. Everybody has a different way of doing everything. So when it comes to the depth of Māori knowledge, it's endless, bro. It's endless. The depth is endless. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
But at the end, everything comes based on something.
Yeah.
So
well,
I quite want to. Maybe I should change the question. What is the base of Māori culture?
The base of Māori culture. Everything comes from the same place. Everything comes from the same place, but obviously everybody kind of spread into their own kind of ways. But where everything actually came from is the thing that every single different, I guess, tribe, the only thing that we kind of do have there in common is all the natural stuff that most people know of, like kapa haka, the way we do our haka, the way we do our wero, the way we do our poi. Everybody has the different styles, but they all come from the same thing. Like for instance, the poi, our gods as well. We all have the same gods.
Yep.
Some people say we have 77 though.
Yep.
Some people say we only have 70.
Yep. Oh, 7 differences.
Yeah. We have 77 different, and specifically in Te Wharetoa we believe in 77 gods. I don't know all of them, but the main 7 that I know of is Tāne, Tāwhiri, Tangaroa, Tuarongo, Haumia and Whiro. And there's another 70 gods out there that I will not name, otherwise we'll be here all day. So I'll just keep that in the pocket for another conversation. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So you guys always inspired by the nature itself, right?
Yeah. From everything, bro, everything.
I think Māori culture is deeply connected to the nature, and is the base of Māori culture is the environment.
It is.
Everything is based on the land itself.
Yeah, everything comes from the land.
And all the arts and culture.
Yes.
It grows from.
I see.
Right?
Yeah. Everything comes from the land. Yeah, it does. And all of our styles come from all of the animals that are obviously connected to our land. So,
So that's the basement.
Yeah, that's the base of our culture. Ka pai. Nice.
So I answered the question.
You answered the question. It's very nice.
Okay, next place. Is that tikanga?
Tikanga,
You mentioned before, like that is some basic rules of Māori culture.
Yeah, well, just to simplify it, tikanga is our basic protocols for everything. So it can be like simple things like sitting on tables, for instance. We don't sit on tables because we don't eat on the toilet, so we don't sit on the place that you eat. So so like basic stuff like that, taking your hat off when you go into a whare, taking your shoes off before you go into a whare, like it all comes back to that little respect thing. Yeah, it's just respecting someone else's house, or when you're among someone else's place, you always respect it. So tikanga is kind of like a guideline of helping you do that. But there is also deeper meanings behind tikanga itself. but that's another story for later because that goes under. Have you ever been part of a pohiri before?
Pohiri?
Yeah, pohiri, when you get welcomed onto marae.
Once.
Once?
Yep.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of real deep tikanga based around that, why we do that. Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole welcoming process. People always ask the
yeah.
question, what defines a Māori? And I was told by one of my uncles, oh, he's kind of an uncle. I just call him uncle because he's Māori and he's older. He said that whatever you believe in, if you feel in yourself that you are Māori, then you are Māori. It doesn't matter if you know the language. It does not matter if you know kapa haka, if you can do kapa haka, if you can sing a song, or if you can do a haka. It just, whatever is inside you. And if you believe truly that you are a Māori, then that's what makes you a Māori. But that's a point of view. That's a point of view that I believe in. There are other people with different points of views, like you are only Māori by blood. That's what some people believe in, but nah, I don't believe in that. It's like hip hop. If you believe in the culture, if you know the roots, if you understand it, if you respect it, then you're a part of hip hop. So I see that as same as Māori. Believe it. It's you, bro.
Whew. Love it.
Oh, it's got a little bit wise for a little bit. And just ruined it by saying that.
I actually have as a Chinese New Zealander, I actually asked some of my friends and family members.
Yep.
I asked them, what's your image of a Māori person, or what's your understanding of Māori culture? They actually don't have that much knowledge and ideas. But the most common answer was, they're kind of scary.
We can be pretty scary.
Do you think there's misunderstanding, or it is?
There is a big misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I think, not to talk about ourselves, but Māori people are beautiful people. Like we are welcoming. Like I don't think there will be much other cultures that will welcome you in like Māori do.
Yep.
They first of all they greet you on like a marae, and then you do the whole karanga, which you guys are walking into. Pōwhiri? Yeah, pōwhiri.
Yep.
We get pōwhiri onto a marae. Then after that we feed you, and then after that we have cup of tea, we talk, we make sure that you're okay, we take care of you, we give you a place to stay, we give you a place to sleep, and then it's just the Māori culture. We're nice people. We're not. We can be scary. We can be scary. When it comes to the haka, we are very ferocious. But yeah.
That's where the misunderstanding coming from.
And honestly, and that's the thing that actually is the most famous about us, is the haka.
Yeah.
Though that's why we're so scary, bro. But yeah, there is a misconception. Coming back to that question, there is a misconception on our people. We are kind and loving people when we need to be. But if we need to be other things like ferocious, I guess aggressive people, then if we need to be, then we can. We are warriors. We are warriors. So, and we're also loving people. So, yeah, we're good people, trust me.
Do you feel that Māori culture has been changed
from how it used to be to how it is now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like hard out, to be honest.
Hard out.
Yeah, because I guess just in general, culture is growing. I'm going to be very honest. The reason why it grows so much now is because, this is so bad to say, but people can make money off of it. That's why it's getting stronger and stronger. To be honest, that's one part of it, but also people are starting to see the importance in it. Yeah. But that's two different perspectives, and to be honest, with both of them, that's why our culture, I guess, is still growing. So back in the day, there were like not even that much people that were able to speak the language fluently. But now you see like there was only specifically Māori people learning the language. But nowadays, all sorts of different ethnicities learning our language. Which I think is awesome. Some people like look at it and they're like, you shouldn't be learning our language, but I think like the more people that know, the better. So I think it's changed from the fact that I'm not too sure what changed and what made it change. It might be the money in it. No, not jokes. Might be the money. No, but it's starting to grow a lot faster than it used to. And to be honest, I love that. I love it. After you first. Honestly, bro, this place that you picked up, bro, is me.
Yeah.
I actually love this place, especially that golden building, bro.
The golden one.
Yeah, the golden building, bro. That's actually beautiful, bro. I haven't actually gotten like a good look at Auckland before, so
Yeah.
yeah, like I've always driven past, but I haven't actually chilled out here.
Why?
And actually,
See, you don't care.
no, I do care. No, I do care. No, it's just like, honestly, bro, this is actually like one of the first times I've actually just walked through this area. And to be honest, like, bro, like, yeah, no, it's interesting. It is interesting. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah.
Obviously, everything has been changing in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
The way we live, the way we work, the way, especially after COVID-19, everything has been changed.
Yeah, it has.
Is the Māori community having some problems?
Some problems.
Or facing some pressures as well?
To be honest, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually like so much things that that people are kind of not afraid to talk about, but it's actually all the common stuff, bro. Like, for instance, like the Black Lives Matter, bro. Like, I support it. I actually hard out support it, but there's the fact that there's like thousands and thousands of people that went over to support that. But there are other problems in New Zealand specifically that not much people actually show up to support. Like, we have problems in New Zealand happening not only for just your normal Kiwis, but specifically for our Māori people. There's like so much stuff that we're facing. But in terms of Black Lives Matter, like, I'm fully support that. Fully support that. I'm totally against racism, bro. Totally against it, bro. But the fact that just not much people actually come to support our own problems, that's what kind of like just not makes me mad, but you know, just kind of
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, yeah, bro. Including like even just walking through this place, bro, seeing a lot of seeing a lot of homeless people, bro.
All
Like,
right.
yeah, and to be honest, majority of the homeless people that I see is Māori, bro. Majority of the people that I've seen, actually, to be honest, all the people that I've seen today, bro, that are homeless, Māori, bro. It's
Why is that happening?
Hey, kia ora!
Where you from? I'm from Tūwharetoa, bro. Tūwharetoa. Tūhoi.
Mate ta mate kia orara Tēnei te tangata Puru puru Anana nei e tiki mai E whakawhiti te raha Te hopane, hopane Piti te raha Māori ora mapala
There's a lot of reasons why our people will feel connected to each other. I think it's just because I'm not too sure. The deepest meaning I can think of, and the worst actually, is the fact that there's just been so much things that's happened to our people that we kind of feel like we need to stick together, you know. And after just seeing one of the brothers, you're just like, yo, it's my Māori, you know. Yeah, bro. And honestly, if all Māoris come from the same place, well, it doesn't mean that we're all related.
Yep.
Yeah. But we all come from the same gods and stuff, so we are connected through our whakapapa, through our genealogy, somehow. I'm not going to say that specifically it's because they don't know their culture, because maybe they do, but I think it's, honestly, drugs, no, drugs, no, but,
Is drugs the problem after all? Or I don't think it's the main one, but
it's interesting, yeah, because it like that's what people see, that's what people have been taught, that it's drugs that's made people homeless, I guess. But it's the actual fact that we were dealt a really bad hand generations and generations before myself, we were given drugs, we were given alcohol, we were given all these bad things, and we were taught and we were told that these things will make us feel good, will make us feel great, and it ended up being a huge part of our lives because we were taught that was a way to go, and so from that has caused so many years and years and years of problems for our people, but the actual fact, it's not because of us. It's we didn't grab that stuff and was like, oh, what's this, and then tried it. We were actually given it. So that's, I'm not going to say from who. I don't want to hate us. So but yeah, that's but yeah, on the edge, everybody only sees that it's drugs that's making all these people homeless. But that's one of the problems. There are millions and millions of problems that are causing all these homeless people. But yeah.
What else?
In terms of our, I guess, why all these bad things are happening to our people is just because, I guess, what helps actually, I'm going to go to what helps instead of the negative. I'm going to go to the positive.
Yep.
The positive that would help, I think, deeply is culture. Culture will always help people find who they are. It'll always help you. But the only biggest problem, or one of the other bigger problems, is that our language and our culture, not much people know, but it was actually stripped from us. Like any other culture, it was stripped from us. For instance, not my generation, not my parents' generation, but the generation above them, where the language was literally beaten out of them. So all the schools, they tried to drive our language out by literally, if it was spoken at any school around New Zealand, a ruler, like a ruler, like a pencil ruler, yeah.
Yep.
Hand, face, yeah, bro. Bro. That's a little bit brutal for me to say on this, but yeah, bro. But that was happening for years and years and years, and that's why our culture was like, what's it called? That's why our people were deprived of our culture. It's because it was literally stripped from us, and that's why a lot of our people actually aren't able to connect with themselves. So this is why I think a part of it, the problem why there's so much homeless people and the majority of them are Māori, is because they've literally been stripped of their culture. So can't say it in any other way, bro. These are some of the things that I've caught from the conversations that I've had, or the things that I've seen, and some of the things that I've experienced. So yeah, it's intense, bro.
It is.
It is intense. Oh yeah.
Just hope one day,
Things
at the end, everything gonna be better.
Yeah, I hope everything starts to change, bro. But
Yeah.
But to be honest, bro, nowadays, culture has become a thing. It's become like a trend for everyone. Like if you look around the world, bro, like everybody, all the cultures that you see around the world are literally right now standing up for each other, and they're standing together, which is amazing, bro. Like people that have not really any connection with each other through blood, but through, I guess, oppression, that's how we've connected and we've come together, and we're fighting against what, I guess, the ones that are depriving us of it. Yeah, bro. But yeah, that's my perspective on it, bro.
Awesome.
Hope it made sense.
Awesome. So to finish this interview,
Yeah.
I would really like to ask you to give me just one word, just one single word to describe culture, Māori culture, I mean.
Māori culture. Beautiful. Māori culture is beautiful, bro.
Maybe one more
One
word
more,
for...
maybe a sentence.
Nah, maybe one more word for dance. What is
dance.
dance to you?
What is dance to me? Dance,
One word, just one word.
life, bro. Dance is life.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Cheers. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Oh, you know?
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, bro. Awesome.
Felt it.
Yo,
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Finish.
Wrap that out. Send it out.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, is that actually a wrap, bro?
Oh, yo.
Oliver, yay.
Oh, is it a rap for me?
Yeah, we have